This is H&R Flock with another Way to Witness.
Witnessing tool number 27. Your basic Christian bumper sticker is nifty, clean, and peachy keen for covering rust spots, scratches, and dents, as well as for telling the world that you're peculiar. Go ahead, be peculiar. That's scriptural. But don't be weirdamundo. Weirdamundo is having an I've decided to follow Jesus sticker on one side of your bumper and a Gillies sticker on the other.
Stay tuned for the next H&R Flock Way to Witness.
107 KJOJ with Lamb and Light. It's 7:07, and Mr. Lamb isn't around all of a sudden.
Yes, he is.
That was music from Gary Dunham, Never Gonna Be the Same. Before that, Stephanie Busana, I Know That I Know. And an oldie from the Imperials, it's old now, the Eagles song.
Old related to what?
Old as relative to now.
Well, you know, old brings to mind, the historical importance of great events in this country. You know, there seems to be a little bit of renaissance for respect of our heritage the last few years. Have you noticed that? The Renaissance Festival is like a hot item now, and people love to, as it were, go back into the good old days that made this country what it is today. Or maybe the good old days that made it better than what it is today. You understand?
Oh, yes, I certainly do.
Hi there, Mr. Lamb and Mr. Lion. How you doing
thank
today?
you, CJ, for coming in there. I was falling asleep. What's up?
Mr. Lamb is kind of doing a number on all them insomniacs in town there, trying to put them to sleep on there.
Well, I understand what he's saying. You know, he's saying that we're really getting into the past, that those were the good old days, but they really weren't that good if you remember them very, realistically. They weren't as good as you like to think they were.
I give you 10 points. You said you understand what he's saying. That's kind of strange there.
I know it. I'm going to see my physician immediately after the program. It sort of worries me when we start understanding Mr. Lamb like that.
Now, wait a minute, guys. Come on, give me a break.
You know, my great-great-great-great-grandmother had a very important part in this country's history.
Your great-great-grandmother did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
As a matter of fact, she
knitted the first flag, right?
No. She was at the Boston Tea Party.
The Boston Tea Party, fantastic.
She was one of the first bags they threw over.
CJ, don't go home, okay?
I don't think you're going to be greeted with open arms next time you go home. Maybe open.
You know, that song is apropos for CJ. Gary Dunham's Never Going to Be the Same. If we can just get CJ really saved, he's going to understand 2 Corinthians 5:17. The old things are passed away, all things become brand new, and we hope that for CJ. Hey, we got to remind the folks about supporting the Houston Police Department at the Astrodome this Sunday. Apparently, I wasn't aware of that event until I heard it on Wally's News that they got booed during this tug-of-war with the firefighters, and it caused quite a controversy, but the officials of the Houston Sports Association said that they've got entertainers and television personalities and athletes have agreed to appear for what they're calling Cops Are Tops rally. That's Sunday at 4:30 in the Astrodome, and we say, $2 for adults and $1 for children. We say go out and support them. As a former police officer, I certainly want to support them because they do a fine job. People don't realize,
Look at the kind of support that Mr. Lyon got as a police officer.
I don't want to talk about the support that I got because...
now he's a disc jockey.
I'm getting even less respect. Here's a couple letters that Wally handed me from Sound Off. Let me just read one of these. My heart goes out to the many officers, police officers who were embarrassed in front of their wives and children in the Astrodome. I hope the type of characters who attend thrill shows does not represent the majority of decent citizens of Houston who appreciate the sacrifices HPD officers make to ensure their safety. And they do sacrifice every day. People don't realize the two most dangerous situations a police officer will face. One is when they stop to give you a ticket. Now, you may think, oh, man, I've had tickets before. What's the big deal? Well, see, a police officer doesn't know if he's coming up on a guy who's just robbed a bank or who is worried about the car he's riding in is stolen, and that's where police officers get killed. They also get killed in domestic squabbles. And you just don't realize that they put their lives on the line literally every day, and they deserve the respect. That's all I have to say on that.
Well,
I'm prejudiced, I know.
There's something in the word about praying for people in authority. They are in
and blessed are the
over
peacemakers.
Us.
Let's remember the scripture, shall we? All right, we've got a shirt to give away this hour, or the Love Shop gift. I'm not sure which.
If you've been running around cold this morning,
we've got your T-shirt.
We've got your T-shirt, right?
We got music coming up from Petra. You know which song we're going to play, John?
Well, we have a choice.
Guess?
Well, we're going to play for Annie right after we do commercials and Marty Ambrose in traffic.
No, we're not.
We're not going to play for Annie.
No,
Well,
we played that the other day, so we're going to play the other one.
Oh.
The one that's a hit on the Southern charts, the MOR charts, the contemporary charts. Now, do you know which one it is?
All right, so we're going to play the coloring song.
Priority Records proudly presents as its premiere release, Ben Moore.
Lamb and lion makes your morning. KJOJ.
107 KJOJ with Lamb and Lion at 721, still 63 degrees in downtown Houston. That was music from Cynthia Clausen and You Still Believe in Me. And John's going to give away something from the Love Shop.
Yeah, how would you like to win the Larry Christensen The Christian Family Book? Will you be caller number 9 at 367-7000? And we'll give it to you out of the goodness of our heart and the goodness of Carolyn Caulfield at the Love Shop in the 7500 block of Bel Air Boulevard, the Sharpstown Center. Be caller number 9 at 367-7000. And the Christian Family Book is yours from Stereo J and L&L.
Here's the Maranatha Singers from the Praise 2 LP, a song called My Peace from Stereo J, 107 FM.
107 KJOJ with Lamb and Lion, and your caller number 9, and you get the book.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness, you're the winner.
Yeah. You know who this is?
No, who this is?
Kim Needham.
Kim Needham. Is a name out of my past? Let's see now. You called once before.
Twice.
Well, you're not going to call anymore, are you?
Give somebody else a chance.
Well, you got the book. You are persistent. You must live for the telephone.
No.
No. Well,
Listen to you all the time.
you listen to us all the time. Well, we'll certainly pray for you. I must ask you now, you've had a lot of practice at this. What in the world? Come on now. Of all the radio stations in the world, there are thousands. In fact, there's 30-some-odd stations in Houston, some not so odd. What is your favorite radio station?
107 KJOJ.
Downtown 64. For KJOJ News, I'm Wally Wood.
And we're Lamb and Lion on Houston's Joy of Jesus.
KJOJ.
107 KJOJ with Lamb and Lion at 734.
Hey, if you need some Christian counseling, somebody just to tell you how it is in the Lord, call 461-4800. They care about you.
107 KJOJ with Lamb and Lion. I guess it's time for the traffic, Marty.
I'm getting tired. I've been doing so much talking here.
I'll do the traffic report.
You do it, yeah.
Okay, Houston traffic is really the pitch. If you can stay home, just tell your boss that your tires won't make it on the wet pavement. Have a good day, this traffic line. Well, maybe we need the real traffic, Marty.
On the north side, Breen at 149, the lights are flashing. This is traffic line.
You're listening to Lamb and Lion on Stereo J, 107 FM. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
107 KJOJ at 742 with Lamb and Lion.
And it's still 63 degrees in downtown Houston. That was music from the David Fowles Trio and Heartbreaker. Before that, music from our music hotline at 367-7000. Kim Josephson, good friend of ours, a song called Come See a Man. And, of course, Stephen Souls and The Witness before that.
Yes, that's quite a handful of music.
That was it was 3 cards, so I
3 in a
I
row.
could carry them pretty well. Hey, Wally's coming up with these little tidbits. I got this from the newspaper, and this happened in Porter, Oklahoma. An angry aunt is charged that the school-run testing program administered to her niece and other 6th graders was no more than a computer dating service to match up the boys and the girls. And she says her niece attended the school, filled out a questionnaire last fall, thinking it was a scholastic testing program. The findings were delivered before Christmas at a cost of $1.50 per student, and her daughter was given, 6th grade now, a list of 10 male students a computer determined she was compatible with. She's not even interested in boys, according to the mother, and the list named one guy who was in high school. Now, you know, if my elementary school did that, I'd have some questions, I think. That's
just a few.
Just a few.
That's ridiculous.
It really is. Boy, I tell you, this goes along with, you know, a lot of people aren't aware of this sort of a move toward a one-world government and total control of not only the economy and the loss of our national sovereignty to move toward a one-world coalition of nations, but also in taking away a lot of the parental control over children.
Well, that's the whole thing. It goes hand in hand with making children drones, really, kind of independent little, all think alike, do alike, no consideration for scriptural truth at all. They're trying to make us all into very self-reliant, humanistic, it ends up being humanistic robots because y'all think and do the same thing, and it's all very self-centered.
Right. Hey, if you'd like to hear some more on this, tonight in World in Review, Wally's got a 10-minute program on the educators.
That. He couldn't pack it all into 5 minutes, folks, so it must be well worth listening to.
At 6:25 tonight, tune in to World in Review with Wally Wood and hear some more about what's happening here in this country in the way of education. The Inside Manipulators will continue next week, which is a fascinating study in itself. We've got to remind everybody we're going to give away a T-shirt next hour.
I say.
Don't go away. And we've got music coming up from Joe Bias, a song called The Word is Life. You think that's all right if I play that?
I think The Word is Life. Let me put you this way. If we can't play that, why don't we just turn it into a parking lot?
If you're looking for a quality church home,
KJOJ. The Word is Life.
107 KJOJ with the songwriters from the Music Hotline.
We're not
Theme song here.
Yeah.
Don't you just forget that.
This is H&R Flock with another Way to Witness.
Witnessing tool number 48. After you've read
1001 Ways to Witness in a Laundromat.
My Testimony in 10 seconds or less.
3 points, a poem, and a prayer.
And after you've attended 27 separate seminars on simple salvation,
pause and remember, with God's Word inside of you.
take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate. But whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye. For it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Ghost.
Stay tuned for the next H&R Flock Way to Witness.
107 KJOJ with Lavin Line. It's 7:07, 63 degrees in downtown Houston. And music from Melody Naramore and Falling in Love. A song, by the way, was written by Karen Vogelin of Love Explosion fame. And before that, Dave Pope.
Fame.
Top 10? Well, I don't know about that. Is she in the top 10?
Well, never mind.
I don't think I want to even go any further with that.
No.
Dave Pope, Couldn't Care Less, Couldn't Care More. And before that, Higher Ground, and Love is the Reason Why. Before that, Karen Vogelin, who happened to write Falling in Love by Melody Naramore, and on and on.
Maybe in the
John,
top 10. Look
why
at
don't
my
you say something?
CCM
I'm going to go answer the phone here. Why don't you say something?
Well, I could tell a nice little story while Brad's away. The mice will play. Let me tell the story we brought up earlier this morning.
I'm back. And,
no. You can't stop me now.
Okay, go ahead.
Some weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, now you have to understand that Mr. Lyon's wife has a propensity for putting her hair in a ponytail. They also have a propensity of letting dogs sleep in their house. Not only in their house, but sometimes their dogs have been known, one particular dog has been known to not only sleep in the house, but to sleep on the bed.
Well, he looks at it this way. It's his bed, and he allows us in once in a while.
Yes, he allows you in. He sometimes sleeps on the pillow, sticking his hindermost between Mr. Lyon and Mrs. Lyon, sometimes with his hindermost and tail protruding into Mr. Lyon's face. This is rather obnoxious.
Please, now, this sounds worse than it is. This is a giant king-size bed, and this is a cute little dog that we used to have, no longer have.
I know why.
Okay, and it's not that crowded, and it's not... Well,
True.
go ahead.
Well,
you got into this.
It's not like you're sleeping on a wafer. I know you got a big house and a big bed, but the dog does do this sometimes, and it's been known to wag his tail into Brad's face, which has got to be annoying. Well, one morning, Mr. Brad was somewhat asleep, you see, and we're not really paying attention to the situation, as it were, and he noticed this hair, thinking it was dog hair, you understand, up against his face, for which he was very upset and angry, because at 3 o'clock in the morning you don't want the thought of a dog's tail whooping upside your face, right?
And I slapped that sucker silly.
That sucker silly, and that sucker was his wife's ponytail.
And that's a true story, and... we lost that dog not long after that, unfortunately, in a tragic accident. But
yes, Brad's gun accidentally shot him 5 times. No, that's not true.
No,
we are not dog killers.
No, we've got many animals at our place, and
right.
we love them. But that was unfortunately that really happened. My wife still bears the bruise from that. She went, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know. I just thought Mac had gotten in the way, and I'm sorry, dear." And I got up anyway. I had to get up and get to the station, but oh well. Anyway,
so I want you to know, get this straight. We are not dog molesters. Cats we hate.
No, you don't.
No, we don't.
I'm a Garfield freak. I love Garfield, and I have a cat named Chester, and Wally wanted to come on and say something.
I would like to. I had a similar experience with my wife when we were dating. We were out.
When
in
you
the
were
park
dating?
When we were out in the park one day, and she looks over at me. We're in the car, and she looks over at me and says, "I love you," and promptly rolls up her fist and goes wham right in the side of my face. And
Strange way to express love, Wally.
And so while I'm getting my composure back, she says, "I got it." I said, "You got what?" And she said, "The mosquito on the side of your face." So she just lambasted me right on the side of my face.
That's a very likely excuse.
Is Mrs. Wood using a full deck?
Oh, she found the mosquito. She produced it.
And the blood on his cheek is evidence of the fact. Anyway.
Nice. He still carries it to this day.
Yes, he does. We're going to give away a Hope T-shirt and gift from the Love Shop in the next couple of hours, so we want you to stay tuned. We got a couple good songs I'm going to pre-sell because, first of all, we got Daniel Amos from the Music Hotline, 367-7000, Walking on the Water, something we haven't played in a while.
Excellent.
But then after that is a song that we want all the young people especially to listen to from Steve and Annie Chapman. It's entitled Ain't Gonna Listen to the Devil Tonight. Now, as Christians, just because you're a Christian, it doesn't mean you don't have temptations. And you're out there and you're dating this really nice-looking girl, right? I mean, she's boffo and you're bozo. And circumstances sometimes happen, and you know what things could happen. Well, you listen to this song, because there's a line in there that just blows me away. It says, if she can trust me forever, if she can trust me tonight. Right, John?
That's right. And first, ladies and gentlemen,
let's hear from Marty.
Marty wants to do the traffic, so step right up.
Go on, Marty. Do it.
West side of the traffic line.
Ladies and gentlemen.